We're about to begin day 2 of our 21-day meditation challenge. 1 minute. We're just getting our presets. And this could come in. Day 2 of our 21-day winter solstice meditation challenge. The theme for this morning, take your time taking in these ideas, like breathe them in maybe. Wonderment, like just take a moment and breathe in that idea, wonderment. I adore wonderment. It's one of my guiding principles. Every time I find myself in a moment of wonderment, I think this is where I want to live all the time. I just don't ever want to leave that state, you know? And so wonderment, zero. So in this practice, we're exploring this idea of zero. And so combine the word wonderment with the word zero. Try that out for a second, because that's kind of cool. Like, what does it even mean? In our practice, we're actually being guided to zero it out, bring it to zero. And so wonder about that. It's actually a very profound and deep concept, zero. And then the third is the map of human consciousness. Now, I always set myself up for way too much for a 10-minute talk, but I'm going to just see if I can just sort of skim over the top of these giant ideas, just enough to create curiosity and wonderment on your end. And then we'll go into the practice, which I feel is like opening the soil. And then we sprinkle big ideas like fertilizer in this open soil and see what grows. So, yeah, I set myself up for all these big ideas. If you could see what's before me right now, I have 3 journals. I have a very inky pen, always. I have this map of human consciousness by David Hawkins, and there's no way you can see it. So I'm just giving you a big, it's very beautiful. It comes from the Power versus Force, a book called Power versus Force. The author is David Hawkins. We are going to get into this more on a future day, but I have it out here in front of me, and it does inform this conversation. And I have The Untethered Soul, which is one of my very favorite books. I'll just read this over and over and over again. Linda Pilar was talking about this online with me. She says it's dipped in yellow highlighter. So is mine. Just like so many, I'll show you guys too. Dipped in yellow highlighter, like so many pages highlighted. And okay, so that's how fun it's been for me this morning. I get it very early before our time together, because if you don't know me that well, I want my communications to come from, particularly in this poignant way, to come from a really currently well-informed place. And I want it to be very current, for real. You know, like I'm kind of an improvisational, I love improv. I love to be in the moment. I took a quote this morning that I thought was brilliant. Intuition is present moment awareness. You know, like we like to think of intuition as like being some kind of like otherworldly principle, and possibly it is. I mean, of course, there is the spirit world, there is the mystery. And then there's also that freaking phenomenal idea. Intuition is present moment awareness. Because honestly, the depth of my awareness in a moment shows me just how vast that moment is, like how wide and how deep and how, you know, like that's where I can taste the notion of infinity, is in the depth of a moment. And then when you recognize that, you recognize how much field intelligence is all around us. I can see and hear and take in so much information. And it may feel like intuition, and maybe it is. It could be that present moment awareness. Anyway, that's just one giant idea. And I've only got 5 more minutes to go before we're going to get into our practice. So I want to touch on this idea of zero in our practice. Zero the pain, zero the discomfort, you know, zero the anxiety, whatever that negative state is. When I look at this map of human consciousness, which is basically showing, I'm looking for my glasses on the top of my head, which aren't there. It's basically showing like the levels of consciousness are sort of down the left side column. You can look up map of human consciousness in Google Images, and you'll see all sorts of versions of this. But what I like about the one that I always print out is that it shows the level of your consciousness from shame to enlightenment, the level of your consciousness from guilt at the bottom to peace at the top, the level of our consciousness from apathy towards the bottom to joy at the top. And then across all the columns, you see how that forms your frame of mind, how that forms the thoughts you're thinking, how that is the limiter in your quality of consciousness, and how it becomes your emotional experience. They're all tied together. And at the very top, and so it's sort of life view and God view is tied to these levels of consciousness. You can only see so much from such a view. You know, a lot of times I liken this idea to a boat trip I took in Boston in my dad's boat, and we've been out fishing for bluefish, nasty fish, all day long. And we're coming back into Boston Harbor, and all of a sudden we're in this thick fog. And we're just like trying to not crash into anything, heading back to the harbor. And my dad's steering mechanism is on the very top of the boat, and he's up there like this, and I'm up there hunched by him. You know, we're like, and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, I cannot hunch down like this any longer. I think my neck will be the same. I stand up and my head pops out of the fog layer, and I can see everything. The fog was close to the water, and we're all hunched down. He sits in a steering position. I just stand up and my head pops above the fog line, and I can see everything. And so I often will have that imagination come up for me when I think about qualities of consciousness, you know, and when we're kind of vibing low, it's all I can see. That's all the resources I have. It's literally all I can see. But when I'm really in accessing a higher quality of consciousness, the very top of this map of human consciousness is called is. There's miserable, evil, hopeless. Where's my glasses? Tragic, frightening, going up, disappointing, antagonistic, demanding, feasible, satisfactory, hopeful, harmonious, meaningful, benign, complete, perfect is. That's the short story of, you know, moving up into views of life. Is the top. That's the level of enlightenment. That's what That's what I want you to consider as 0. And we're going to taste it. There are going to be moments of tasting it in our practice. And 0, think of this. So this is where wonderment comes in. Wonderment is like, but with a happy heart, a curious, happy heart. Hmm. What's this? Wonderment. But not only what's this, but like it's almost like with a predisposition for I don't want to color it too much, but I think you get the vibe. 0 notions. I wrote this down. It felt like channeling this morning. 0. Okay. Like as a response, think about that as a response that goes into your days, where you're disassociating and detaching from the limitations of preconceived notions, autonomic judgments, somebody else's expectations, beliefs that who knows where they come from, already always thinking, and here's the kicker, looping. Do you notice how your mind loops? And it's like, God, I've been here 1,000 times. Honestly, it's humbling to me. I'll go back to my journals and they're all over my life. And I'm like, Groundhog's Day. There is a looping going on. Looping. And then this 0 is like, for a minute, zero it out, zero all that out, detach, pop out of the matrix or pop out of the fog. And then you're in this 0. No meaning already attached, no good, bad, more in the question. What's real? What's true? What is this? And then lastly, and I'm already running late, Satnam. And Satnam, one of my very favorite, you can find 1,000 definitions for this, but they're all pointing in the same direction. And our Kirtan Kriya, Sa, Ta, Na, Ma, are the seed sounds of Satnam, expressing your true identity, not only for the benefit of yourself, but also for others. I love that so much. Somehow I get more inspired to be curious about my true identity and express from my true identity when I recognize that it's not only for the benefit of me, but also for others. I get more inspired. All right. That is our delicious, all of the nutrients that we can drop into the soil that is opening in our practice today. And so I will bid you adieu here. This is day 2 of our 21-day winter solstice meditation challenge. And it's not too late for you to jump in. Just reach out to me if you're getting curious about what we're doing here. Blessed day. All right. So now that was that, and we're going to get our butt bones in our seat. Drink some water. And I have to deal with the fact that we're getting a little bit of a late start. I can go fast now. The opening tune-in, Om Namo Gurudev Namo. And don't worry about getting it right. You're alone in your world. Nobody can hear you. Just let it move through you. Have some fun. Calling in a higher quality of consciousness to receive. And so we're going to access that benevolent royalty posture. That's shorthand. Benevolent royalty posture. Crown, benevolent royalty, the crown of the head, high. Let the chest lift with it, high. And lifting is from the navel center up, and then from the navel center down, drop, release, gravity, ground. So there's these opposite polarities in our posture. And if the crown is high in this benevolent royalty posture, the chin automatically draws in because the crown is high. We have a habit of poking the chin out like this, right? This is benevolent royalty. The back of the neck is flat. Shoulders are back and down. So find that posture, bring your palms together, create a little heat. Thumb knuckles to sternum. And we're going to begin Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Close your eyes. Find that third eye gaze. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Inhale, hold. Gazing into that third eye space, palms up in your lap. Just listen. Release the breath. We're going to do a couple of minutes of warm up, just waking the spine up, stirring the spinal cord fluid. And so sitting here in, this is just easy pose, cross-legged if you can. And if you can't, be in a chair, always have a lift. I couldn't do this if I didn't have the back end lifted so that my front can open up. And these are spinal flexes. So we're just flexing the chest forward and back, inhaling forward, exhaling back, all through the nose. Two minutes, begin. This is the beginning of the meditation. Drop in. Third eye gaze. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Chest forward, chest back. Everything else stays stationary. Benevolent royalty, tall. Crown is high. Chest is lifted. Deep inhale, deep exhales. Remember, prana, life force itself, that's coming in through the breath. Inhale, hold. Eyes closed, third eye gaze. Release the breath. Spinal twists, elbows out to the side, fingers forward, thumbs behind. The only thing happening is the spine is twisting left and twisting right. The head doesn't move, the chin is in alignment with neck and the spine. Inhale left, exhale right, all through the nose. Third eye gaze. It tends to be a little bit more rapid, but find your own pace if that's uncomfortable. Deep inhale, deep exhale. Bringing in vitality. Life force itself on each inhale. "35 more seconds, no other place to be. Occupy your body.
Michelle, excuse me, I can hear the music, but not your voice. So I was hearing the music, but I wasn't hearing your voice. I don't know if anyone else is experiencing that.
Can you hear us, Michelle?
Years.
There we go.
Yeah, now we hear you.
Oh, I must have a short. So sorry. Could you all let me know with this symbol if it's okay if we run a little late? Because obviously we've gotten interrupted so this symbol means it's okay to run a little late. Looks like
go at 8:30.
you do, Kim. Okay, well, and re-enter slowly because we'll still be in state. I'm so sorry for this technical. Now, I'm going to just do something real quick to make sure that I can get the music back on and that you can hear me. I'm just going to test this again. Can you still hear me? This means you can hear me and the music. All right. Thank you very much. Ooh, I'm so sorry. Let's get back into our butt bones.
Can't hear you, Michelle.
Hear me now?
Yes.
What the hell?
Could it be something to do with the unmute button?
No, I think it's a short in the headset. I'm going to have to. So I'm just going to have to not move things around much because I think it's a short here.
Mhm.
Test, 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 test. Sa, ta, na, ma. Resting palms up in our lap. And the first part is repeating those seed sounds. And as a reminder, sa, ta, na, ma, sat nam, expressing your true identity, not only for the benefit of yourself, but also for others. So it's a beautiful idea. Sa, ta, na, ma, out loud voice, in a whisper, silently in your head, in a whisper, out loud voice. I'll cue you for the shifts. So just sitting here in easy pose, hands resting up in your lap, we'll begin. Going to start in a moment. I'll cue you when to start. Eyes closed. Third eye gaze. And in between each round of Satanama, take a full inhale and then let the sound ride that exhale. We're going to begin any moment now. Third eye gaze. Satanama, 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 Satana, 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 na, sa, ta, na, sa, ta, na, ma. The thumb meeting each one of your fingers. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, na, ma. Sa, ta, na, ma. Sa, ta, sa, ta, na, sa, ta. Now in the whisper. The lover's whisper, and the thumb continuing to touch each fingertip. Third eye gaze. Feel the union of your gaze, your mudra, and your mantra. Now silently in your head, third eye gaze, keep the mudra going, thumb to each fingertip. Third eye gaze. Silently in your head. Sa, ta, Hmm. Back to the whisper. Feel that union of your gaze, your mantra, and your mudra. Now back to the out loud voice. Big breath in between each round. Let the vibration of your voice move on that exhale. Satanama, Satanama. Silence for a moment to stay aware of yourself. Maybe take a drink of water, and we're going to roll right into our sipping inhale through O-shaped mouth, exhale through the nose. However long it takes to get full, like the accordion, completely expanded, lungs full, diaphragm full, and then exhale through the nose. It's long, slow, deep inhales and exhales. This is where we return to that word. What is that word for you that we had the original conversation around? What you want more of, a quality that you want to experience more of. You're calling in patience, kindness, creativity, being activated, a sense of direction, embracing the truth that I am, ease and flow, centeredness, forgiveness, compassion, etc. So get related to that word because you're going to activate it and beam it. So start the breath. Sipping in the prana and then exhaling through the nose. Sipping like a straw. Sipping the prana, life force itself. Exhale through the nose. You're holding Gyan Mudra in your lap. That's the pointer finger and the thumb gently touching, palms facing up in your lap. Eyes closed, third eye gaze. The union of this gaze, this breath, this mudra, benevolent royalty is the posture. Now include reflecting on this quality. Inhale and reflect on that quality. Sipping the prana in and let your mind concentrate on that one beautiful quality with each inhale. Exhale through the nose. Dipping in the breath, the prana, and this calling in of this quality, this inner quality. Exhale through the nose. Drinking in the breath, drinking in the prana, drinking in this quality. Take that word in, let it vibrate, bring its presence through your mindfulness as you inhale and exhale. Exhale completely. Inhale full and suspend the breath comfortably and meditate on zero. Just take in that idea of zero. Zero. Exhale when you're ready, and then inhale and suspend again, and go back to meditating on zero. All is zero. I am zero. Each thought is zero. Inhaling, holding, exhaling when you're ready. Inhaling again, holding. Zero. Meditate on zero. Any negative thought, any idea of limitation, physical pain, mental pain, emotional pain, just bring it to zero. A small, insignificant point of light. A small, insignificant, non-existent. keep repeating. Zeroing out anxiety, insecurities, limiting thoughts. Inhale, hold. Exhale when ready. Just neutralizing it all in a field of compassion. Now bringing in that quality, that inner quality that you're calling in for more happiness, more health, more growth. On every inhale and suspend the breath, beam the mind. Let it beam through the mind. Inhale, hold, suspend the breath, and beam that word, that quality through the mind in a continuous stream. Let that thought beam. Exhale when you're ready. Inhale again and hold. And on that breath suspension, beam the mind. A continuous stream of this idea, this inner quality, this word, where your attention goes, prana flows. Concentrate your mind on this thought. On every suspended inhale. Exhale when you're ready. Inhale again and hold. And beam the mind. Exhale through the nose when you're ready. Inhale through the nose, hold. Concentrate your prana, your life force. That one beautiful quality. Final minute. Inhale, suspend, beam. Commune with that quality. Inhale, full hold. Exhale, bring your arms up overhead, shake them vigorously, hands up over your head. Shake, 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 shake. We're going to do it for about 20 seconds. Good, vigorous shake, distributing the prana throughout your entire system. Breathing normally. Make your whole body shake. Keep shaking. And relax. We're just going to take a minute of silence, eyes closed, and just stay with yourself. Breathing normally. Bring your hands to prayer pose. Maybe give them a couple of rubs. Rest your thumb knuckles into your sternum. We'll officially close our practice with 3 satnams, long on the sat and short on the nam. Inhale. Sa nam. Inhale. Sa nam. Inhale. Sa nam. Sat nam.